Well, traders, welcome to another episode of Trading Psychology Events. I hope everyone is doing well and has a fantastic day so far. So let me just prepare the necessary drawing tools so we can start. Kasim, thanks for joining us, and hello to you guys. Williams, hello again. Theo, hello, Williams. Please use the chat box to communicate with myself. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Pleasure, Kasim. So, another episode today regarding trading psychology. One of the most important aspects among with a trading plan, every trader must have in their disposal a way to dealing with their emotions, because as I always say, we are human beings, we are emotional creatures, we are made to get affected, unfortunately, by the by outcomes and by the outside environment, and what we experience in the outward, we bring it also inside, and we associate, unfortunately, our human being and our existence, we associate it with the outcome of every single trade. So there is no magic button, and please pay attention to this, to press it anytime you're experienced or you go through an emotional roller coaster while trading. But guess what? There is a solution to that. We have to acknowledge that mistakes and errors, they will always happen. Outcomes we don't want to experience, we will experience them because they're going to appear. And the only thing we can do is really to decide how we will act upon that. Often traders react to trading outcomes. Those who learn how to act on trading outcomes, they're going to find smoother path in their trading. And I can confirm that myself. Now, today's title, it's learn from your mistakes and improve your trading. As usual, these webinars, they meant to be about 20 minutes 20 minutes in duration, because I found it to be much more efficient for you guys. I can stay here and talk for 2 hours if you want, but I want you to learn and apply. I don't want you to sit there and applause Theo. Theo knows what he's talking about. No, these webinars are for you, and the way we learn it within 20-30 minutes max. Okay, so Margaret said, good morning, Theo. My problem is time management. Okay, guys, with all the respect to what you say, I'm here to help you and support you and dig inside to and find exactly where the problem lies. And usually what I identified in those 12 years of trading experience, and to be accurate, I will say the last 6 years while I coach traders, is that usually time management, it goes along with to find out what trading style it's really the one we feel comfortable to trade. And sometimes we have the illusion, Margaret, I'm not talking about you, I'm just referring generic, and thank you so much for bringing up such an important question. And the time management, really, it's the outcome of the lack of strategy and the lack of identified our trading personality. Okay, I would love to go through this this path, but today, unfortunately, it's not the right webinar for that one. But definitely, I will try to help you as much as possible to overcome this. All right. Next. Come on. Next one. Sorry, guys, it's just okay. Today's agenda, we will cover topics like common trading mistakes, like acknowledge and analyzing our trading mistake, and to try and avoid repeating them. And as usual, the risk disclaimer states that this content is purely for educational purposes. William, absolutely, I cannot agree more with you. I totally agree with your statement. And time management, William said, that is depending on the business you are working in at that time. Absolutely. And I'm telling you, before I be full-time, even as a trader, and now with an analyst and educator plus as trader, I had a full-time job. It was point in time I used to have 2 jobs within a day, and trust me, time for someone who works 9 to 5, of course, also depends in which country you live, because if your time zone allows you to trade after hours the New York market, then we can lay down some foundation for that. But for example, a person like myself, that I started trading in Australia, and I used to finish work sometimes the London Open, I think it was at 9 p.m. in winter time, and in summer it was at 7 p.m., something like this. I was totally exhausted by that time. So the only way I could trade, it was the daily chart. That's why you see me on the webinars, I analyze the weekly and daily chart, because that's what I used to do for so many years. And then I implement 1 day strategy, scalping strategy, once I moved to Europe, of course, some time ago, and I'm able to trade actively during the day. But mainly I choose to do it during the London session, as you know very well, participating on the live trading webinars. So there is always way around, and we have to, as I always say, we have to feed the market into our daily routine, not to feed ourselves within the market, because if we do it that way, then we will try to think, maybe I have to do this type of trading style, that I don't feel comfortable doing that. And it just take a couple of losing trades to kick on, the emotions of fear, of overwhelm, and so on. So for new traders here, myself, just to introduce myself, if you don't know me, my name is Theo. It's a short name for Theodorou. I have more than 10 years experience in trading and also in investing. I'm a certified financial technical analyst, and I hold a master's in physics. That's my highest education. When it comes to trading, I usually trade on the daily charts if it's going to be a swing trading, or when it's going to be London Open, the intraday stuff like we do on the live trading webinar. And here at Admirals, I'm a trading educator and analyst, and of course, investing. And on my spare time, I also do coaching. About Admirals, we are a broker with more than 2 decades existence, very well and good established reputed broker on the global. We have license in by many serious countries like the UK, under the FCA, in Estonia, in Australia, in Canada, in Cyprus, and many, many more in Africa. Spreads, we try to keep them as low as possible, especially for us doing intraday and scalping trading. It's important to have the minimal spread, and you can trade and invest on any of the products we offer through the MetaTrader platform, or of course from the mobile application and our Admirals platform by logging in to your back office. Excuse me. So the common trading mistakes and why they happen. First on the list, guys, is the overtrading, and that's an outcome because of the fear of missing out. Traders have the illusion that once a trading signal appears on the chart, that's the one and only, that's the top one. That's an illusion. That's not the reality. Market offer endless opportunities. In any time frame you will scroll, you're going to find an opportunity. The problem with that is traders, they demanded instant results. We have to go through losing trades to find the winning trades. And if you participate on the live trading webinar in the morning, actually these live trading webinars, when we do live trading, this trading psychology implicates all time, every single day. Remember today I told, if you haven't had the chance to participate on our live webinar, please visit the YouTube channel and you're going to see it under the live section. And you'll hear me saying that this we were trading on the 1 hour chart on the DAX, and we were short. We going for a 2-to-1 with a 20-point stop loss and 40 points, or it was 18-point stop loss and 36 points, something like this, but it was a 2-to-1 trade. And it was always there. The market, maybe it's going to reverse, and this is how we played. This is I'm trying to find exactly what I said because I forget it, and I wasn't planning to talk about that in this webinar. Yes, I said that in order to find that trust within yourself as trader, and if you believe that you're going to have even one single loss while trading, you must accept the loss, and when the same pattern occurs, to be brave enough to place the button. The word brave enough is not something to say that to yourself that you are not brave. You are all brave. To have more trust, if you want, in your plan. Okay, that's the right word to say. To trust your plan for second time. And if that second time will also end up as a losing trade, to trust your plan again and press the button. And how is possible that you accept a 40% winning ratio and you are willing to go for 2-to-1 if you cannot accept that 60 losses will occur down the track? And I explained in another webinar that in order to experience the 40 winners, you must be willing to sit on 60 losses. Guys, it's uncomfortable for a human being to do it that so. But that's why some of you out of these webinars, they will become exceptional traders. If you just try to do this exercise to, let's say you can open another demo account here at Admirals, and you use that only for just randomly picking up any trade, and you place random direction, random stop loss, and you go only for 2-to-1, let's say you go for 20 pips stop loss and 40 pips take profit target, and you go for 2-to-1, if you're gonna hardly make it and be disciplined after 10 trades. You will see how hard it is to apply it. But trust me, if you go through 60 losses to find 40 winners, maybe you're going to find more than 40 winners, but if you go through 60 losses, you're gonna exercise that muscle of that emotional muscle that is very stiff right now within yourself. And once it's gonna be released and you accept the nature of trading, then you're gonna experience the real beauty of trading. Trust me on that. So back to the slide, common trading mistakes, why they occur. Again, one common mistake is over trading. A trader makes excessive trades without proper analysis or risk management. So it often happens due to the fear of missing out of an opportunity. A trader might excessively buy and sell, let's say, the euro US dollar at 3:30, the time that the major banks, they're going to do announce, let's say in the US, it's going to be a non-farm payrolls, and you're going to hear trade this non-farm payroll, trade this CPI outcome, trade this interest rate. Guys, it only takes one single trade to be a big winner, to kick in the emotion of euphoria, and it takes one single trade to be a losing trade to mess with your emotional environment. Trust me on that. I'm not the guy that talks from textbook. I'm the trader that went through all these emotions for many years, but then I broke through and I just made it. Okay, so I'm challenging you to accept that what I'm saying to you, it's purely the process, and it's not something I wrote in any book. The importance of, although I wrote many books so far, the importance of analyzing your mistakes, that's crucial. When we analyzing a mistake, we understand where is the mistake and we accept the mistake. By analyzing something is to accept it, guys. It's not just to say, okay, I analyze my mistake. Maybe one of someone's mistake, it was risking more than what they could feel comfortable to risk. That's a mistake or an error, however you prefer to address it. So by understand that, hey, this doesn't resonate with myself, and sometimes we have to cut our lot trading size to the minimal 0.01 lot to accept all the losses occur and the winners, to feel comfortable with that, and then gradually to increase our lot size. Okay, that's one of the reasons we have to analyze our mistakes. And again, we analyze our trading behavior to identify the mistakes, because unless we go through some proper analysis in our trading, it's not only market analysis. That's the one thing that's applied to the strategy. But to analyze how we do behave as traders, that's going to help you to break through and go to the next stage. Because guess what? You don't know what you don't know, right? You don't know that there is a mistake unless you start doing some revision on some possible behaviors. Okay, think about that. How to identify it and analyze your trading mistakes. By the way, guys, I don't just go based on the slides, because the conversation leads to other important stuff as well. So a trader that maintains a trading journal to identify the recurring pattern of deviating from their plan. Now, imagine that a trader keeps a detailed trading journal. That trader review his or her journal and notice that they consistently deviated from their plan when experiencing consecutive losses. This identification process allows the trader to work on adhering to their plan more rigorously. Strategies for learning from your mistakes and improving your trading. One of the big issues that traders they suffer is they want to do revenge trading. Now, all traders by nature, we do have some more kind of, regardless if we are males or females, the level of adrenaline is slightly increased comparing to people they involved with other activities. Okay, we are in trading. Why? Because we obviously want to make some money, right? So undoubtedly our ego will step in a little bit. Undoubtedly our adrenaline levels will go slightly higher, and all this stuff, they're going to create this kind of these impulse emotions, the behaviors that want to revenge trading. So I got a loss and I want to increase my position size the next trade to recover the loss. But I have a solution for you. What if instead of increase the trading size in the next trade, you can increase the reward to risk? You can risk the same, but you can go for higher reward. So without risking more, you have also the possibility to gain more because you're going to leave the trade to go further and cover some of the losses. So that's something to consider. A trader experiences a series of revenge trades after a significant loss. To rectify this, trader decides to hire a mentor to work with to basically learn to keep more accountable. Common psychological biases that contribute to trading mistakes. Now, a trader who suffers a loss and experiences loss aversion. This trader becomes cautious and hesitant to make new trades, missing out on profitable opportunities. Now, solution to that is to start, if you are going through these guys, start cutting down your risk, your lot size, the money you risk on each trade, and see if that can give you some sort of relief and keep you disciplined to keep pressing the button. Sometimes we might think that, I remember when I started trading with 50 Australian dollars per trade. That was my trading size. But in my head, 50 Australian dollars wasn't a big amount for my for me back then. Okay, so I was thinking I'm comfortable to trade 50 Australian dollars. Guess what? After a while, I realized, my coach helped me to realize that was too much to take it on, because I became very emotional, and I was watching the charts. Imagine trading the daily charts and open the application all the time and try to check what's going on, where is the market, what is doing. Oh my God, a pullback. It was just a pullback, not to get out of a position. A pullback was enough to get me crazy. So, I mean, to get me worried, not crazy, that's the right word. So I decided that, okay, instead of $50, it was hard to accept it. You know, I always speak about acceptance. I decided that instead of $50, I'll maybe start trading with $25. Guys, long story short, to be able to trade without any fear, I had to go as low as $15 a trade. And although I thought $50 was a very reasonable amount to trade, I couldn't take it. And by trial and error, I find out that $15 was the amount that I was feeling okay to lose on any given trade, and keep my routine, my daily routine, smooth and nice. After it took me some years to experience consistency, but after the consistency came, I scale up. Guess what? From the 15, I went back to 50. Again, the emotions kicked in. I wasn't confident. I was start doing trading errors, and I went to 20, not even 25. And from then I scale up a little bit, and gradually make my way to higher than even $50. But again, you have to see what works for you. And it's not because something works for me, it's going to work for you as well. Okay. You have to see how you feel while you are in a trade, and monitor your behavior while you are in a trade. That's by far the most important, because a trading plan, it's a trading plan, but the way we behave while we are in a trade, that's reveals a lot about where the root of the problem is. How to avoid repeating the same mistakes now. Using stop loss orders, we can avoid a specific mistake like not putting stop loss order, or by dragging the stop loss while we are in a trade just because the trade goes against us. Okay, so pretty much that's what we are talking about here. Now, what to do next? I don't want you to just sit there. I want you to take action. Action is the problem solver. Action is the only way to move from where you don't like to be to where you like to be. Okay, so, and my motto is learn and act always. So if you're not attending our daily live trading webinars, please make sure you do that. So if you don't have the time because you are working, you work during the day at that time, please make sure in the afternoon to play the webinar and learn something that's going to be important for you. Maybe you're going to learn something about the market. Maybe you're going to learn something about yourself. Listen to make the effort and engage to listen to fundamental analysis on the podcast section. It's the next label where you find the webinar and register, of course, so you can find the podcast there. And why to do that? I put the effort to record the podcast to help you understand the major news. I make them as simple as possible in a couple of minutes length, and give you the weekly analysis and what can you keep in mind for this week. Like on Thursday, European Central Bank will announce interest rates, right? We're going to have the CPI, some retail sales. So all these, on Monday, it was the UK unemployment rate. All these, they can work as some guidelines in your trading. I'm not saying trade the fundamentals, but we know that pound against the US dollar is in a downtrend currently, in a major downtrend. So any weak number on the fundamentals can help the weakness to be continued. So why to look for long positions on the pound? Okay, so stuff like this, they're gonna really unlock things in your trading that you need them. And of course, make sure you register for your next webinar, okay? Always remember, book the next webinar after every webinar, okay? Kasmin said, must be my ego not wanting to look at the mistake. Yes, review behavior while in the zone, okay? Action, brilliant, thank you. You are very welcome. Guys, please make sure you leave some, William said it's, yeah, 15:30, okay, awesome. Thank you for the note. Please make sure you leave some feedback after I end this webinar. You're going to redirect it to a link, so just wait for a couple of seconds and leave the feedback, and then you are good to go. So again, everyone, it was a really privilege and honor to host this psychology trading webinar for you. I would love to read some emails at some point and see how these webinars and what I share with you helps you to develop yourself as a skillful and profitable trader based on your terms. And myself and Admirals would like to wish you to have a lovely day ahead. Enjoy your afternoon. And I look forward to see you tomorrow at the live trading webinar. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.